still didn't get that.
That's fine.
But here's something fun.
No.
Would you like to know this week's hottest Alexa skill?
No.
I mean,
What is it?
That was Middle Child on Middle Child by J. Cole.
all right, for sure. Good look. So tell me what's it about, bro? That's your favorite rapper. What's the song about?
So to me, what the perception I get of the song is that he's giving you an identity how it is for him being a middle child in hip hop, because he's not really a middle child in his real life.
Word?
So no, he's not. So he's not really a middle child.
This nigga would know because he's the J. Cole.
Nigga, here we go.
Please continue.
But I feel like he's talking about not being yet on that legend status, but actually still being kind of that middle ground, but not getting the recognition that he should be getting. Like he's not getting that. He's not still like, although he's like dope ass artist, he's not getting like, oh, you ain't getting him Drake. You ain't Drake yet. You ain't Drake yet. Like you ain't Kendrick yet. Like kind of still the middle child. That's why even in the song right there, he talks. I just had lunch with Jigga, and I just left 21 Savage. Like in that little small metaphor, he's talking about basically his parallel between that. Like I'm in between a Jigga and I'm in between a 21 Savage.
So when you say people say you're not Drake yet, him and Drake are two different artists. Like he's never gonna be Drake though. Yeah. Like they're not like Michael Jackson and Prince.
I agree with that 100%. But even then, even when you think about Michael Jackson and Prince, they still often were compared.
Yeah.
So it's like,
do you really compare Drake to J. Cole?
I don't, but there's a lot of people out there
Because you know why I think people compare Drake to J. Cole? They do it for the same people used to compare Carmelo to LeBron. Just because they're around
exactly
the same age, around the same era, but in reality it's like, that shit wasn't nowhere fucking close.
Right.
But I do like the song though when he talks about, he said, if I smoke a rapper, it won't be for clout. The reason I can appreciate that is because this nigga game gonna drop this new song, a snippet of his song at the listening party. Talking
how he was choking her and how she was getting the pipe. I was just like, damn.
And then used to make her cinnamon toast crunch in the morning. And everybody's like, man, he must be dropping an album. And he tweeted like, oh, I didn't come into rap to be a nice guy, but Kanye ain't even do nothing. He's disrespecting the man's wife for no reason. So I do respect that about Cole. He won't randomly pop off on nobody just to be like, oh, they gonna download the album. So right. I absolutely respect that about him. I really do. I can also appreciate the way he's not gonna like go out super far out of his lane and do no wild shit.
Right.
And he always gonna tell you how you feel. But similar to Nas, I genuinely feel like, I mean, people gonna make the music they want to make, but I feel like he just has problems like picking beats for shit. Like I think that song doesn't belong on that beat to me, because the song is heavy. Like when I listen to it again, like I was like, okay, I can hear it.
Right.
But with that beat, I was waiting for him to be like, I was waiting for some Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, light it up. With that one, it's just hard because I don't know, like some songs I've been listening to lately, like with coming in hip hop, it's just like some songs just don't belong with that rapper. Like it's good, it's a good beat, and somebody else did it, it would be tight. But since he did it, it's just like, okay, he's just kind of just spitting. But that, like, you gotta have like some fire on that. That's kind of what I've been waiting for, like Kanye to drop something like that. It was just like, I know, I should give up, but I can't because like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, he let me down. It's like, what you gonna do? Like,
But on College Dropout, he said he'd never let you down.
I know.
Remember?
But he lied to me. It hurt. That cut deep inside my soul. So I don't know. I just felt I've been waiting for something like fire to come out of that beat. So, but I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just I just wish it was like something a little bit more like how Rick Ross and Jay, they did it on
What's Free?
Yeah, What's Free.
Yeah. That was fire. That was fire.
But so I see what you're saying, because I feel like if that song was on the wrong beat,
right,
it would have been some shit.
Yeah.
You know, because even though people swear they listen to anything that Jay makes, but me personally, I've only heard, like, for example, I've Got the Keys like 3 times in my life because I think the beat is terrible. I don't like the song. Yeah. But Middle Child, the concept that you're saying, he's right. I do think he's right. I think he's 100% right that there's a glass ceiling for him that exists, and within this glass ceiling, because he's not pop, but he's still like iller than all the 12-year-olds whose hair was like pink and purple. Like I don't, because he's iller than them, but people still won't say he's Drake. They still will never say he's Jay because he's not pop. Like he's not. But I do think that I do believe that he's just as. I think he's just as relevant as
he's definitely as relevant. Here's the other thing too. So this is one thing where I feel like he's separating from being like Nas. I agree with you. Like earlier years, I think like we could say, yeah, he was going down Nas. He was going down Nas lane.
Right.
I feel like this year, what he showed you by being on so many features, different type of features too. So even when you listen to something like A Lot by 21 Savage, he kills that.
Yeah.
He kills that, but he's still talking the same content. The beat is crazy, but he's still talking the same content. Even when he gets on some shit with Jitty Jid and he does Get Off My D's.
Yeah.
Like he kills that shit. All of this year, he's been doing nothing but features that are out of the normal from him. And he's been producing. And I feel like what he's trying to do is trying to get to that main stage where these Drakes, where these Kendrick are getting where they're getting album of the year because of the fact that their following is bigger. Their flock is bigger. So what he's trying to do is I got to get my brand out there and talk about the same content so that people will understand that, yeah, I can put this kind of music out, but still give you that same kind of like beat, that same kind of like basically what Chance did with Coloring Book. Chance was able to take a Christian album and make that shit radio playable.
I think that J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar are in the same lane.
Definitely.
But I believe that Kendrick Lamar's following is bigger because like
LA artists.
Location.
Yeah.
So when you can put a label on where somebody's from, I think it's easier. J. Cole, he talks about Vietnam a lot. He was in NYC, but he doesn't really have like a location. So people won't necessarily buy his albums like, yo, he's from here, I'm from here, gotta support. So I think that's something that like may be holding him back. Cause I feel like for him to be not a pop artist, for him to be like incredibly popular. Do you know anyone that's as popular as him that kinda isn't from anywhere that matters?
Blueface.
No, this nigga.
I'm not talking about your nephew right now. Look, can you think of anybody though? Seriously, someone that's as popular as him that they're not from a place where like other rappers are from.
I mean, Drake. Drake is from Canada.
Drake's from Toronto.
It's not where a lot of rappers are from.
There's other rappers from Toronto.
There it is.
But I'm saying there's other rappers from Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Can you name the one?
I can't. Can you?
Okay, that's my point.
Give me a Toronto rapper.
Tory Lanez. You asked for one. that's the
But he
one.
came after Drake.
We said other rappers, right?
Okay.
So and then the thing with that is also like Toronto's a major city. Toronto's a big deal.
Right.
Like niggas been spitting since Vince Carter had one arm in a hoop. Blah blah blah. All the shit. When we talk about his location, can you name one person as popular as him that doesn't have like they don't even have like a basketball. They don't have like a basketball team.
Yeah. They could say North Carolina. I mean, he could always say North Carolina. Yeah.
So he's done a lot to not have a location people can just put on their back. Because niggas love the bandwagon. Niggas love the high side. I feel like if he was from Miami, he was like, oh, these niggas the most fires. But I think it's a location thing.
And he also, I mean, but he does have a hybrid between being from Queens as well. A lot of his, I would say, growing up
Influences, yeah, 100%. But I just mean like a lot of people like you know where someone's from. Even like Big Sean, you know he's from Detroit.
Right.
Like you know Macklemore might be Macklemore.
Seattle.
Macklemore's from Seattle. Last
Right.
big person from Seattle was Heavy D. So that might be the closest comparison that you may have to something like that. So he's done a lot. I'm saying he's done a lot to not have like a location following. Because usually even with that, when you're from somewhere and it's popping, you can put a bunch of niggas on from where you're from. Like when that Houston thing blew up,
Right.
we were in like, I don't know, we were like 19 and shit. And usually when that pops off, even when Fab and like Dipset were a big deal and like everybody, you go, oh nigga, hop on the bandwagon for the location shit. But for him, I feel like he's done a lot to not have some, hey, follow me because
I'm from here. I'm from Fayetteville, North
exactly.
Carolina.
So I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think a good example of that would even be like, I don't know, like even Vegas. Like, I can't think of like a famous Vegas rapper.
Right. Because a lot of artists go to Vegas to get on.
Right, and then go somewhere else.
Right.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the song.
Yeah.
It's cool. I get the concept. I wish he would have did like a. But it's not his style. It's not his style to get on a beat that like everybody would like.
Right.
That's not his shit.
Yeah. Nah, Cole's very particular about what gun he get on too.
That's not his shit. So I mean, that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
He does a lot of his own. Like, he made this obviously clear that he does a lot of his own stuff.
Sing, that nigga want to sing himself, everything.
Yeah, he's just like, this is for me. I don't got no ghostwriter.
That's fine. What you trying to say, nigga?
I'm just saying.
What you trying to say?
I'm just saying.
Who got a
I
ghostwriter?
don't know.
What you trying to say, nigga?
Hey, did somebody write this script for this show? No. No, we ain't got no writers. Who got a
Who
ghostwriter?
ghostwriter?
I don't know.
What you trying to say?
I don't know. Word from the street
man, that's
is.
another
Nigga, word on the street, they saying Drake got a ghostwriter. They saying that nigga got a whole tuition camp up in there, motherfucker.
Nobody ever wrote nothing.
They saying that nigga got that niggas in there slaving in the OVO sweatshop.
No, this nigga Drake writing for other niggas all day long.
All day.
All day.
Drake
wrote Black Album. The whole thing.
Wow, we just gonna get that to him? Just gonna get that to him? Nigga. Look like that nigga stole
Drake wrote Black Album. Drake wrote Blessings by Big Sean. Drake wrote all that shit.
He ain't wrote with Big
wrote
Sean.
half of Al Green songs.
Speaking of Big Sean though, what do you look when you think about Big Sean? I feel like Big Sean go under the radar. That's one of them niggas who he's like from a big city. He has bars.
He's a big deal though.
Yeah.
I feel like he's a big deal, but I feel like he gets underplayed.
You think he should? Well, he hasn't dropped an album in a minute.
Yeah, he ain't dropped the
Be
album.
that. But when his albums drop, his singles live.
His singles do live.
What are you talking about?
But I feel like even when you talk, majority of people where I speak with when I talk to them about like music, they seem to leave him out. Leave
him out from what list?
From this era right now. They'll leave him out of this era as being one of the top in this era right now. I feel like I get that a lot.
What's our era right now? Is it the purple hair, pink hair niggas, or is J. Cole in this era?
I mean, it's all about your context of the music though too.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if you said J. Cole's a middle child, he's like an old head or whatever, like in this, but he's not like an old head because he's still younger than Jay-Z. And like the first time I saw J. Cole perform in 2009 for the Blueprint 3. My body was on it.
Yeah.
But now we talking about how he's at a glass ceiling. So is he this era? If I saw him perform 9 years ago at the Blueprint 3 tour?
See, but that's so trippy about music is because we seen him like we don't watched him come up from the warm up and was like, okay, to me at least I was like, okay, J. Cole hot. You know what I'm saying? He's dope.
Right.
This dude needs to get on. But it wasn't, to me, I feel like his status didn't blow up till Forest Hill Drive.
So like when you're asking me, is Big Sean in this era, like is he on what list in what era though?
I would say is okay.
Is he
so if you could give me right now,
is he in like my top 5? No.
Okay.
Is one of his albums in one of my top 5? No. Like,
okay.
But he's dope though.
He's dope. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like, but he doesn't ever get in. That's what I mean though. He's nobody's ever top. I never hear nobody be like, oh, you know what? He's not.
Should he be?
I feel like some people should like him. I like him.
No, that's not what you're asking though. I like him, but you're saying should he be someone?
I feel like
if somebody told you who's the hottest nigga out right now, and they said Big Sean, you'd be like, oh, word, that's dope. You wouldn't be like, what? You wouldn't be like, why?
Right.
I mean, I'm gonna ask why towards anything though. A nigga could tell me.
Would you though?
Yeah, nigga could say Kendrick. I'm gonna be like, wow. A nigga could say J. Cole. I'm gonna be like, well, why is he your top?
But if a nigga said Big Sean's the hottest, you'd say why in a different way.
I'll be.